have to admit, I love nothing more than when it rains midsummer. I just feel like it's nature's way of saying, life's been busy recently, slow down, take a chill pill, breathe. You don't need to be doing a million things. You don't need to be going out every second of every day. You can just be. And I think when summer is so busy, I just need that sometimes, and I need that cozy comfort. And like the rain to me is, I mean, to a lot of people, I guess, is just so comforting, anyways. And so when life's really hectic, it's almost just like a warm hug in the middle of summer, just being like, you're okay, just slow down. And so when I woke up to the noise of the rain this morning, it just made me so happy. So I thought I would share today with you guys. If you're new here, I live on a Scottish island, so it rains quite a lot. But actually, this summer, I mean, global warming, it's super scary. It's actually been very sunny and very hot. And I have a natural tan, and it's Scottish tan only, and that's like unheard of. And, anyways, it's all things that like I should not be complaining about because it's always things that we're asking for. Like, you complain when you don't have the sun, and then you complain when you do have the sun. But I'm not complaining about it. It's just, it's kind of scary. Um, and I have been loving the sun, and it's been putting me in such a good mental headspace and feeling really positive and motivated. But with that, also tiring and kind of reaching burnout. Because it's maybe the Scottish in me. I don't know if this is a common thing elsewhere as well, or if it is just like enshrined in us Scots because we don't get the sun that often. So when it comes out, it's like, go, go, go. Like, you need to make the most of it, and you need to be out 24 hours of the day, because you don't know when you're going to see the sun again. So it's like a fear, that, you just have to be doing the most. We honestly act as if it's going to be the last time we ever see the sun, every single time. So I know that's a common feeling amongst us Scots. Let me know if you're from elsewhere in the world and you also feel this, because I don't know if it's just an us thing because are so deprived of the sun, or if it is just the way the sun makes us feel. I don't know. But regardless, it's not sunny today, and I'm just really using this as an opportunity to slow down midsummer and breathe because it's been really hectic, and I'm just craving a bit of normality, to be honest. I have loved summer, and I'm so grateful for the different things that I've been able to do, and experiences I've been able to have so far, don't get me wrong. But I'm ready for a day at home. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Well, I do want to leave the house, but just, you know what I mean. Anyways, spend the day with me. Yay. I've been getting into the routine of taking my vitamins and stuff more this summer because I have got so much on that I just don't want to get sick. And like I said, I've been a busy girl, so I feel like burnout and feeling run down it's a high risk factor at the moment. So I've been taking vitamin C in the morning, just like in liquid form, because it helps me get water in the morning as well, which I struggle with. And then I've been taking echinacea sometimes, not every day, but quite often in summer. I struggle to tell. I've got a fear of getting the cold, basically. It's like my worst nightmare because it just ruins everything. Anyways, as soon as I feel the tiniest bit of the cold coming on, I'm like, oh no, I have to have echinacea because that apparently helps. Like when you get the initial symptoms, just kind of like keep it at bay. Whether it's placebo or not, I don't want to know. Like, don't tell me because in my head it works. Anyways, in summer, I also get really bad hay fever. So sometimes I'm like, am I getting the cold or is it just hay fever? But, anyways, I have my vitamin C. I have had a hay fever tablet, and I'm now having some no, not Barocca, sorry, echinacea. It tastes disgusting. I usually have echinacea in like a tea form, or I've had it like as a supplement before. But I by mistake bought these like dissolvable tablets, and I really don't recommend them. But cheers to that. No, 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 no.
The whole idea is to not be a perfectionist about it. You're supposed to fully let go. but also letting go of the idea that the timing needs to be perfect for you to sit down and do something, because that's something I really struggle with, is kind of waiting for the perfect time. It's like, no, just sit down and do it and see what happens. It forces you to slow down, number one. In the process of that slowing down and journaling, you're also a lot better at rationalizing things because you're not letting things spiral. What happens when you sit and think about things is that you think about them really fast. One thing leads to another, which leads to another. Next thing, you're spiraling about it. You're thinking of all the negative things. You could just end up down a rabbit hole mentally that like you never even thought was possible. Whereas when you put pen to paper, your problem solving skills become a lot better, and you kind of like almost self resolve things without even realizing it.
I'm venturing where not many locals will venture in the height of summer. I'm going to the Old Man of Storr, which, if you know the Isle of Skye, is probably one of the most popular tourist spots on the island. So although it's one of the most like gorgeous spots, in summer you wouldn't really want to go near it because the beauty's kind of sometimes lost with the amount of people there, which is sad to say. But I really want to go there today. I've not been in a while and it's really cool on like a rainy day. I actually prefer it on a kind of misty, cloudy, rainy day. It's just more dramatic and cool, to be honest. So we're going to do it. I mean, to be honest, it's still so enjoyable, even with people, but it's obviously just nicer in winter. So if you live here, you probably will just usually tend to save that for the quieter months, not mid-July, like I'm doing. Yay, let's go. It's absolutely pouring, so I'm not going to sit here and chat for long. But I've come up the Old Man of Storr, which is one of the most popular places, like I said, and it's actually made me a bit sad about how busy it is, and then I start to feel guilty because not that I like have that much of an impact on tourism on Skye, but I obviously don't help things sometimes because I post a lot of my content about the island and how beautiful it is, which then gains more attraction to it. So I like contribute to the machine that is like the tourist industry here, and there's so many pros and cons, and you can go back and forth for days and have arguments with people about it, but I can see both sides to it. But then when it is this busy, it makes me a little bit sad, just because I remember a time coming here when it was so quiet and like you would know everyone that you passed, and it just had a completely different feel to it. And it makes me sad that that kind of magic's lost sometimes in some of these places, just because the more people that you have, you obviously need the infrastructure for that. But then that makes it feel more man-made and stuff. And actually, the Old Man of Storr is not too bad for that feeling. That's more other places on the island. Um, it's still nice, like paths and stuff. They're quite rugged, but then just the sheer volume of people kind of just takes away from it a little bit. And sometimes I don't share that side of things on my platforms because like who am I to complain when I contribute to it? Like I shouldn't really, that's very hypocritical, you know. But then I also want to give you guys like a true picture of it. So I did film a wee vlog just of how busy it was. If you guys are ever planning a trip here, if you need like a little reality check of what it's like sometimes, that's on my TikTok. But like not to say that it's not worth it, I would still come here, etc, obviously, but it's just something to consider. It does get very busy, and I guess some people don't expect that because what you see on social media is the very picturesque version of it. The reality is sometimes a bit different, also with like the midges and stuff, so just something to bear in mind. And the rain, of course. The fact I took a book to read up the Old Man of Storr is actually hilarious. On what planet did I think I was going to be able to sit and read a book? I could barely just sit anyways. This would have gotten ruined. It's called His Bloody Project. It's actually a Scottish book set like somewhere in the Scottish Highlands, and I think it's supposed to be a murder mystery. I got it in a charity shop in St Andrews literally years ago, got recommended it by a friend, and then it just sat on my shelf. And there's been a few times I've gone to pick it up and then opted for something a bit a bit more girly, a bit like more unserious, because I think it's supposed to be a little bit gruesome. But I mean, it is called His Bloody Project, to be fair. I don't know if it's like a murder mystery or like thriller horror vibe. Someone told me, I think. But it is actually supposed to be really good, and it doesn't look too big. And when the weather is bad, I just love the thought of books like that. But then as soon as it gets sunny, I'm like, depressing. Like, I'd rather just be reading a wee rom-com. And I'm very bad for switching between books. Um, it's kind of, yeah, it's a bad personality trait that I have. Like, I'm the same with TV shows. I can never, like, just stick to one series and watch it. I'm just kind of dotting about the place. And the same with films. I rarely finish a film before I'm on to the next one. And it's the same with books, which is, yeah, it's not good. So I am kind of still coming to the end of reading the, what was the other one that I was reading? The Housemaid? Yeah, I've been reading The Housemaid, which is a popular book at the moment. I'm sure people will have heard of it. The first one in the series. And I've been really enjoying it, but I've just not really had that much time to read. So I've been reading it very slowly, which is unlike me when it comes to these kind of books, because they're quite like page turners, you know? And it's easy to get engrossed in it, but I've just not really been reading it that much. There's been like 2 or 3 mornings that I've actually sat down to read it, and that's about it in the last like month or so. I started reading it just after I came back from Sweden, which was, yeah, about, are we in July? Oh my gosh, yeah, that was like a month ago. Anyways, guys, basically, I've not been in my reading zone, and I was like, actually, that's silly. Why am I starting a new book? So, and also the fact it was raining, so I didn't even bother getting it out. But we're back here, and I am exhausted. I actually had food as soon as I came in, but I just didn't film it because I was too hungry. Some would say hangry. And now I'm gonna get changed into something a little bit more like loungy and cozy, because this is actually a bit wet from the walk. Just like at the sleeves and stuff. And I was also sweating a wee bit because it was actually quite a tough walk. Like, see, the issue is in Scotland, when you go out hiking, you need layers because, like, it's most likely going to be raining or something, you know? But then when you have layers in summer, it gets really hot. So it's kind of that, like, way where it's rainy, but it's still really warm. And it was just getting a bit uncomfortably warm and sweaty, to be honest. And I think people underestimate that when they come to Skye as well. Like, when you want to see places like the Old Man of Storr, the fairy pools, the Kerrang, whatever it is, you can't just rock up to the side of the road and see it. Like, you need to hike to it. And it always catches people off guard how much of a hike it actually is, because you see so many people do it, so you just think it's easy, but it's actually quite challenging, especially the Old Man of Storr. Like, that is a workout. If you know, you know. I have done that walk more times than I can remember, and I still get out of breath every single time, so let that be your warning. But yeah, I'm gonna go and get cozy now and actually just lie down for half an hour. I'm exhausted. I don't know why. I think it's that feeling when you've been go, 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 and then you take a more chill day. I'm saying more chill day. I literally just hiked up a hill, so. But you know, um, like, relaxed. And now I'm exhausted. Oh, Mochreach sa Hannock. What have I done? um, it's like 3 o'clock, guys. I don't know how. I don't know how, but I managed to kind of fall asleep a little bit there, and it's now 3 o'clock. So, oops. I mean, I'm not that bothered. I said I wanted to slow down today, but I literally never nap. So I feel like that's telling me I really needed it. I was feeling like really exhausted after that walk, way more than usual, but it's also the best kind of exhausted feeling when you come in from like the rain and the fresh air. It's different. We all know that. Oops. Also, RIP my camera storage because that was like a half-hour nap. Um, I usually record for like a minute max for each clip. So I'll have to delete a bunch of stuff, I think. Also, don't know if you guys can really notice this mess here. Um, yeah, that's a problem. I've got people coming into my house later on this week to film in my house later on this week for something really exciting that I'm doing. And that needs to go before then. Like, the actual state of my room is quite embarrassing because I feel like when I film, it's fine. It's just in the corner, it doesn't really matter. But then, like, other people seeing it in real life, it's a wee bit more embarrassing. There's another pile there as well. But there's nothing I can do about it. Like, my bedroom's just very small and I don't have that much room. Cute. That's what these rainy days are for. Also, being in the house, doing jobs that you've been putting off because, you're actually just in the house. You don't really have an excuse. So you just get them done. And then I'll feel way better for it. Good evening, guys. It is about 8 o'clock. I've just come down to have a wee nosy at the cows. Um, no particular reason, I just wanted a bit of fresh air. And they ran away from me. So that was nice. I would expect nothing less from them though, can't lie. I'm in my pyjamas and I've got my welly boots on. And this is one of my favourite things ever because free will. Like, I love being able to go outside in my pyjamas. It's the best feeling ever. Um, but I'm actually just about to go in and have some dinner. Literally been outside for like 5 minutes just to reconnect with nature before going back inside. Because although it's really misty and foggy right now, it's not actually really raining. So I thought I would seize that opportunity. And then it like makes me feel better about being back in the house before bed and just like settling down for the night. So I'm gonna have salmon, sweet potatoes, salad, and like soy sauce. It's so basic. It's not very fancy and it doesn't take any skill at all, but it's one of my favourites. I love it so much. Um, and then that's it. I don't know.
Immediate family only. So
I'm gonna be so freaking for real with you guys. It is now quite a few days later. As you can tell, I've got different pajamas on, and that was me just finishing editing this vlog and realized it didn't have a conclusion. And my room is back to being a mess, so that's good. But that's because I've started filming for this other thing that's coming. It's not gonna be. I'm not gonna be able to talk about it until later on this year. Um, but I'm very excited about it, and I'm just having the best time filming, and it's just really cool. Really, really excited to share. You guys are just gonna have to stay tuned for like the longest time, I'm afraid. Yeah, it's literally not gonna be till towards the end of the year that I can talk more about it. But I just want to hop on and say, I guess, thank you for continuing to watch and support. As always, I'm just feeling very grateful for life at the moment, and the opportunities that I'm getting because of all of this and all of you guys. And it just makes me really happy because I am literally living younger me's dreams and also current me's dreams. Can't really quite believe it, but yeah. But in terms of this video, it's kind of one of those classic ones where I feel like I should apologize, but then you guys say you like them, so I'm like, okay, if you want the normal mundane stuff, then you got it in this vlog. Not very exciting. I went for a walk and I hung about in my room. Sorry, but that's actually how I spend most of my life. And I love it. It's like actually one of the most content times in my life right now. Just yeah, just keeping things simple. And I've got a really good group of friends around me that are all at home right now, which is so nice. And I'm just in a really nice routine. I've just started training for something crazy, which I'll be able to talk about more very, very soon with you guys. So I'm in quite like a nice healthy routine as well. And I'm just loving yeah, loving this new project I'm working on and filming stuff for you guys. But I do want to know like what kind of stuff you want to see more of from me. Do you want to see more of the island and like the places to go, or do you want to just see more about my personal life? I feel like I've never sat down and done a get to know me or like a Q&A or anything like that, because I always just assume people follow me for Sky content because that's like kind of, I guess, weirdly my niche. I don't know. Um, but then it's weird because I feel like I've built some like a nice relationship with you guys, and I would like you guys to get to know me on a more personal level. So I thought that that could maybe be nice. I've obviously, actually maybe not obviously, if you don't follow me on Instagram or TikTok, you might not know this, but I just got a new car, and it's like my dream car, and I'm obsessed with it. So I thought it would be really fun to do a kind of drive with me video, and I could maybe do it as a bit of a Q&A or something, because driving in that car is just so fun, and especially if it's like a rainy day, I think it would be such cozy like nice vibes. So I thought that could be quite a nice idea if you want to leave any questions you have, personal ones to do with me or Sky ones. I obviously do have my Sky guide now, which I will link in the description, and it's in all my bios and stuff. So if you're wanting like recommendations for the island, you can check that out. That's probably easier than me trying to just name them off the top of my head. It's got literally everything you need, as well as like cultural insights, planning tips, and also just suggestions on responsible tourism, which is really important, especially as you can see, areas like the Old Man of Storr, where I was in this vlog, are super, super busy. So it's good that we all be a little bit mindful when visiting. Um, and that goes for locals as well. Just common little rules. But also stuff goes into but also a portion of the proceeds from my guide go to different local communities, so it's a nice way to support. But anyways, if it's not questions like that, far away. Otherwise, let me know if you like these mundane vlogs or if they're just getting very repetitive, because unfortunately, my life does tend to be a little bit repetitive. It is quite similar. I feel like in winter, I maybe have more like cozy hobbies and stuff to do at home. But in summer, honestly, on days where it's like really rainy and cozy, I just want to chill out. Like in this video, I spent a lot of the day watching The Summer I Turned Pretty and just lounging about. I don't even know how the day passed, to be honest. I feel like I've not had time to do like knitting or. Well, I've been learning the guitar, to be fair, but I'm not at a stage to show you guys yet. Anyways, just let me know if you're wanting me to switch up, because I'm not really sure, but I am enjoying making content for you guys, and I want to like keep it fun and interesting, and also push my own like creative abilities. So I'm always open to suggestions of things you'd like to hear and watch. But thank you so much for making it to another video. It's really late. I've been filming for this new project all day, came home and spent the evening editing in bed. So my brain is frazzled. And that was an awful Scottish voice. Anyways, I am gonna love yous and leave yous. Thank you so much for watching and sticking by me and just being such a kind, warm, loving community. I've just been feeling very grateful recently and always. But yeah. That's all for me. I feel like I'm starting to get annoying and yapping because it says I've been recording for 6 minutes. Yikes. Okay, Aikiva, love you guys, and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye.